So in the last video we discussed about biodiversity and how many species were there on earth, the number of species which were on earth, and the aliens, what would they think if they come, and the most important levels of biological organization we discussed, that is genetic diversity, species diversity and ecological diversity, and what is the critical importance the persons or the people around the world have to realize, or which is of biodiversity and its conversion. So now in this video we are going to discuss how many species are there on earth and how many in India. So here when we take the usual records, so we can think that there are many species that are discovered all around the world, because we know there are species discovered and they are named, but it is not very easy to answer the question how many species are there on earth, because there are still species which are left unfound and which are which are about to become extinct. So, but according to IUCN in 2004, it has told that the total number of plant and animal species will be more than 1.5 million. That is, it is described, or it is yet to be discovered that it is about more than 1.5 million. But still then the scientists are telling that there is no idea, or we have no clearance in which, that is how many species we need to, or which are yet to be discovered and described. So here we may think that these all are only educated guesses, because more than 1.5 million are educated guesses that only and they vary widely, because these estimates vary very widely. So for taxonomic groups, the species inventories are temperate countries have more species inventories when compared to tropical countries, because when we take temperate countries, they are almost complete, or the species inventories are more complete, but in tropical countries the large proportion of the species are yet to be discovered, so they are not more complete. So when we take the estimations of the temperate regions, when the biologists are now making out a statistical comparison of the temperate and tropical species richness. So when they make out a tropical and temperate species richness, that is a statistical comparison, that is they extrapolate the that is the studied groups of insects, and they ratio to other groups of animals and plan to come up with a gross estimate to find out or to make out an attempt to discover the total number of species on earth. So here some extreme estimates that it may range from 20 to 50 million, but more conservative scientifically sounds that which was given by Robert May. Here he places the global species diversity at about 7 million. So here by Robert May, here it is based on the more conservative scientifically sound. It sounds according to Robert May as 7 million, but the extreme estimates range from 20 to 50 million. So now if we look at some interesting aspects which are about the earth's biodiversity, which are based on the species in current species inventories. If we take animals, there are 70%, but if we take plants, there is not more than 22% of total. So out of total there is not more than 22% of plants, but 70% of plants are 70% of recorded species are animals. So out of 70 insects, out of 70%, insects takes place the most, or they are the most rich species in the taxonomic group, because if there are 10 animals, out of that 7 will be insects. So they are the rich taxonomic group. So these plants are along with that is, it is a constituent of algae, fungi, angiosperms, bryophytes and gymnosperms alone constitute this plant, but only 22% of the total they occupy. But when we take the species of fungal, if it is this number of fungal species is very much greater than the total number of fishes, amphibians, reptiles and mammals. If you put down the species of fishes, amphibians, reptiles and mammals together, itself will be less than the number of species of fungal. So the fungal species are greater in number. That is in the total world if we compare. So now a special quality of India. So when we take of India, we know that 2.4 percentage of world's land area was taken out by India, but the global species diversity, India's share is 8.1. It also has plant species of 45,000 and animal species of 90,000, and India is also one of the 12 mega diversity countries of the world. So we should also note a very important thing that when we take prokaryotic species, the biologists are not sure how many prokaryotic species there might be, because that conventional taxonomic methods are not suitable for identifying this microbial species. So when we wanted to identify the species which are at microbial level, it is very difficult by the conventional taxonomic methods, because all the species are not simply culturable under laboratory conditions. So we cannot simply all the species cannot be cultured under the laboratory conditions, because there are certain species which can grow only in nature. So if we accept this biochemical or molecular criteria, there may be a chance, or there may be a little bit chance to delineating the species of this group. But they are very sure that if we find out the diversity of these prokaryotes, they may run into millions. The diversity of the prokaryotes alone may run into millions. It is told by the biologists. So about India we have discussed, and now, and the another major thing is that if we are going to accept the May's global estimate, here if we are going to accept his estimates, he is telling that only 22% of the total species have been recorded by the human beings. He is telling that only out of 100%, only 22 species or 22% of the total species have been recorded. Then he is telling that we have to find this remaining diversity. So if we apply this May's global estimation, then this proportion tells us that if we compare it with the India's diversity, he is telling that 1 lakh and 3 lakh, that is plant species of 1 lakh and animal species of 3 lakhs are yet to be discovered, and they have to be described. So this finding out, or this search for these different new kinds of plant species and animal species has to be found out, and they are yet to be discovered. They are waiting to be discovered. But this situation is appearing to be more hopeless, because the large fraction of these unidentified species are facing now the threat of becoming extinct before we discover them. So before they are discovered, they are facing out the threat, that is they are about to become extinct because of the natural calamities or the human made disasters. So the nature's biological library is burning, because the nature's biological library is nothing but they are telling the diversity of the nature. So they are telling that it is burning before we catalog the titles of all the books stocked there. So before we identify, or before we discover the names of the plants or the species kind, before itself this nature's biological library is going to become extinct. So in the next video we will discuss about the patterns of diversity, and under the patterns of diversity we will discuss about the latitudinal gradients. Thank you.